Hi, this is Darren. Welcome to this Kartra tutorial. And in the video, I'm going to show you how to recreate any landing page using the Kartra Page Builder. So we're in Kartra now, and I'm going to basically show you. This is like a framework of a capture page, okay, a landing page, and I'm going to basically show you how to go from this to this. And the reason why I decided to create a tutorial like this is because for years and years I've been using I've been hand coding websites, and then obviously when WordPress came out, and then obviously then the page builders, I've been using those, and I moved over to Kartra because I really wanted to put basically all of my marketing under one roof. And I started playing about with the page builder just to really see what it's like and see whether I can actually recreate various different landing pages with it. And the thing with Kartra is, and in fact the thing with any page builder, what happens is they will give you some pre-designs, but some of the designs won't really fit what you need to do. So I just wanted to do this tutorial to show you that you can basically recreate any landing page out there that you like. So if you go through a funnel and you really like that funnel, basically what you can do is you can recreate it. Now I've pre-configured. I basically pre-configured the page and built the framework to it. Okay, if we turn the grids on. You obviously can basically see all the framework, and the only reason why I've done that is obviously one, to save time more than anything else. But what I can sort of do, I can show you the framework now and kind of explain how it all sort of pieces together. And it really literally is just like drag and drop. You've just got to understand how how web pages are constructed, because obviously years ago, when they were hand coded, they were basically built with tables. That's how we used to do it originally. That's how things were positioned until CSS came along. And obviously then with these page builders, it's kind of almost going back to like the olden times of working from a grid. So once you understand how the grids work, you can basically look at any landing page and you can kind of figure out really how it's been pieced together. So if you kind of look at this top section, we've got like an image and then we've got a headline. Okay, so if we look at this landing page now, this landing page, I think this has come from ClickFunnels. It was one of their landing pages that I really liked. I saw it and I thought I'm going to recreate it, and then I played about with it, and then obviously decided to do this tutorial. So if we look, we've got an image here, okay, and then obviously we've got a headline. So that's what we've got. We've got the image and we've got the headline, and this is it recreated in Kartra. So there's the image and there's the headline there, okay. And then as we move down, obviously we've got an image here again, we've got some text, and then we've got like these bullet points. So we've got the image here, we've got the text, and then we've got like these bullet points. Well, that's how it's going to look eventually. And obviously we've got two columns because these are like put down in two columns. Obviously we've got like the background image. And as we come down, we've then got the form. Now I changed this a little bit, okay. I've recreated the form here, but this is going to be a pop-up. Now I've not configured the pop-up for obvious reasons. Really, it's not really necessary because I'm just sort of showing you how to basically construct the pages, but to actually put this pop-up in is really easy. Which I'll just basically show you now. You sort of come to the button, configure the button, and it will just be on the link. So whatever that button's going to link to, you're going to have like a pop-up form. So you click on that, and obviously then you'd drag up drag your pop-up form there, obviously rebuild that, configure it to how the page looks, and that would basically be it. But obviously we're not going to do that because we don't need to do that. So obviously then as we move down the page, we've got like a split section. So we've got like this is probably 60 something percent and like 30 something percent. So we've got two sections, and again what we've got here, we've got the section here, and then the split section where the bullet points are going to be going, which is obviously that's going to be this eventually. And then we've got like some more text, we've got the image, more text, a box with an image in it. Sorry, a box with some text in it, and that's what we've got here. We've got some text, image, and then obviously more text. Then we've got the box with text in it, and that's basically it. That is how web pages are. You know, that's how they're put together. You basically start with a framework, a grid, and then you'd build out, and you know that's really how all capture pages are built in. Any landing page, any web page really is built upon a grid. So I'm going to now show you how to sort of recreate all this. That's it. That's the live demo page. So what I'm going to do, I mean, as I've said, I've pre-configured the page, and I've got all the colours and the various different things that I'm going to need to sort of copy and paste over, just to save time more than anything else. But I'm basically going to show you how it was all put together. So the first thing we need to do really is we want to put this background in. That will kind of start us. So the page was built from scratch, from literally a blank canvas, and you start off with just a section. You'll put like a blank section in, an empty section, and you'll start from there. And what you can do is you can style that section. So this is the section, there's section 1, that's all it's built from, and then the rest of it is like all of these grids that have been put in, so the columns and grids, and that's basically it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to style the back of the section. Okay, I want to put a background image in, because what we need to do is we need to basically have this background, you know, that it's like money and stuff in the background. So I will crack on, and I will start. So we're basically going to edit it, and we're going to go to background, and we're going to put the background section in. So obviously these were already uploaded, because they were already uploaded when I sort of like created it, you know, sort of went through the motions of creating it, just to save time. So we're going to put the background image in. Okay, and that kind of starts off that, you know, that process of we know really what we're going to start looking at now. So I'll go ahead and I will get the logo put in. And again, these were you know, these were taken from the site purely for doing this tutorial. I wouldn't recommend stealing people's images and stuff like that, because obviously once I've done this tutorial, all this will be deleted anyway, sort of thing. You know, I won't sort of keep all the images, but I'll keep the framework because I really like it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to I've got this same capture page open in a different window, so that I can keep this open and keep sort of like, you know, flipping backwards and forwards, because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and paste the text in again, just to save time more than anything else. So we will change all of that. I've got the colours for the writing. The thing with the Kartra Builder is it may not mean anything to you, but some of the color codes are in like the hex code, this hexadecimal coding, and then some of it you have to do it in the RGB, which it's not a big deal, but you know, when you like design websites and you've been, you know, coding them for years and stuff like that, you either work in one or the other, really, basically. That's what I tend to do. Okay, so I'm happy with that. We'll go ahead and change this. We're going to change this to white first off, and then I'll get rid of that part, and then I'm going to copy and paste the actual headline over that we're going to put in, which is going to be that main headline. Right, let's stay white, change it to white. Drop it down to a 2. It will change that line height. See what it looks like with a 1, 2 cramped to a 2. Okay, so I mean that's really sort of like taking shape. So we've now got the logo. We've got our super headline, as it's called, and then obviously we've got the main headline. So you know that's really sort of like starting to come together now. Now what I'll do, I'll go ahead and then I'll put the book in there, because we're going to need that. So you know, I mean, once you've kind of designed your page, or you've designed the grid, you know what it's going to look like, and you've got all your own images and you know things like that made. It literally is just drag and drop and click and play and all that kind of thing to build like a really nice looking page. So putting like boxes in, these here, putting these boxes in, what you can do, you can actually you can change all of the background, and you can change all the padding and stuff like that. So you just basically got a lot more control over what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and change that now. So we're going to take away the background color, and we're going to adjust this right hand side padding. Left hand side, right hand side, depending on which way you're looking at it, and I'm going to take it down to about 5 pixels. Obviously you'll not be able to see it at the moment now because it's but we now need to just change that to white, and then we're going to change the bottom text to the grey colour, and then that needs to be a slightly bit bigger. I think it was so yeah, so I mean you can kind of see that it pulls it over. You can change all the padding, you can sort of pull it over. Whereas if it was just inside the grid itself, you can't do anything with the grids. So that's why sometimes I'll put these boxes in. Obviously that I didn't with that, but you can see that I've basically put in the boxes. These one didn't. I didn't put any boxes in with it because I didn't need to control any of the padding. It would do it automatically. But again, inside here and inside there, I basically put those boxes in so that I can change all the padding over. So one of the things with the Kartra Page Builder that I find a little bit restricting is You can't control these elements here very well when you're building like a list. And you want to sort of like style it. You can't do a great deal of styling. It ain't much of a big deal, you know. It's not sort of like that it's just going to throw everything out, but it is quite restrictive. So if you're used to like designing pages and stuff like that, it can get quite frustrating. So we'll put a check in there. We'll change the colour to, it's going to be the RGB because we want it orange. I've actually got it in there. And again, you know, what I wanted to do is like recreate these, you know, do the actual styling and then move it across, but sometimes it doesn't let you do it. So it's just sort of easier to do. It's going to end up white because we will eventually get rid of that. And what I'll do is change these. But when you actually get playing with the system itself, you know, it's really good actually. You know, like I say, I mean, there are some restrictions to it. You know, particularly if you are used to some of the other page builders, you know, the ones that you put in WordPress. I tend to find that there are some things on this that I can't do. I do get frustrated with, and sometimes write my own little bit of CSS coding just to sort of achieve the results that I want. So that's lining up at the moment, so that's okay. I was going to say I'll move that over, like, but that's what I've done. I move that over. I move this padding over here, so I've put basically 5% padding. Oh, sorry, 5 pixels worth of padding, so it pulled it all over, so it all lines up, because obviously when that's in place there, that all lines up there. So if you want to be a little bit anal about it, like when I'm designing a page, I do like it to be pretty much exactly how I want it to be. So I'm going to move this up. So I need to put a negative margin in there of minus. It just like moves it up that little bit. So I'll do the same with that one. You see, like in some of the other page builders, obviously you can just create this once and then clone it and then move it across and there. But with this, you can't do that. So we'll just change and we'll clone those now. Didn't want 4 in there, just want 3. Turn those grids off a minute so see what it looks like. Save the progress. So you know it's taking shape. And like I say, you know, once you understand the grid references on a page, and you understand how, you know, capture pages, web pages are, you know, put together, you know, you can just like recreate anything you want because you understand how it all goes. So what I'll do, I'll go in and I'll change all that over, because what we want to do now is we want to make this obviously rounded and it's orange. So we'll change the background first to the orange. 20 pixels. and apply that. We now need to put the text in. In fact, what I'll do, I'll take it from there so it's the same. And then we'll change the button. So we'll change the colour. The button is the dark. Put a shadow on it. And the text is going to be bold it. The font will have it as Arial. So that's taking shape quite nicely. So obviously on our demo, you know, we've got like this main section here, and we've now just done that. So we'll go ahead now and we'll just change all these parts down here. Because obviously we've got like a bit of a headline and then some text. So what you'll see is, I mean, I've created there's like four, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 different like text sections, because obviously I've got 1, 2, 3, and then that 4. So what I'll do is I'll copy and paste. I'll copy and paste like the first section over. And again, obviously you put all of your own writing in, you know, all of your own wording and text and stuff like that. We wouldn't just be pinching people's copy and text, but like I say, we're doing this for the intents and purposes of showing you really what is possible in the Kartra Page Builder. It's actually 1.2 bigger, 1.4. So you basically see, you know, it's just really working on, you know, on the grid itself, just, you know, changing things and you know, recreating obviously how they've you know, you like recreating the actual design of the page itself, you know, how, you know, the layout, how it actually looks. That writing there is actually a little bit too big. We'll drop it down a little bit. back down to that size, which is about right. I think I've got one too many in that. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just pause the video and I'll just do these styling, because obviously you saw how I change the styles on those. It's exactly the same process for these. So again, just to save time, I'll just pause the video while I do the styling on these. Okay, so basically, I mean, I've just changed that obviously to a plus sign, and then made the writing smaller again, and give it a negative margin of a negative margin of 5px. Well, minus 5px should I say. So we'll go ahead now and we'll change this background colour. A lot of the times I'll put the background colours in just so that I can, you know, obviously just see the grid, and just makes it easier to work with. So we'll clone what we got to do 5, 2, 3, 5. So we'll save changes on that. And it's really coming together now. You know, it's looking something more like how it should do. So we just need to change this bit of writing here, which is going to be like another headline. Because when we look at look at this side here, obviously we've got this headline here, we've got the image, and then the writing, and then the box. So we'll go ahead and we'll change that, and then we'll make it a bit bigger. And we'll change the image, or rather we'll put an image in there. It's going to be the book again. And again, you know, you'd put your own stuff in there. You'd put all your own books or your own, you know, your own images and stuff. It's just really a tutorial on, you know, how to actually do it, how to recreate landing pages with the Kartra Page Builder. and I'll just save that. And then I'll close that demo page down, and we'll open this one up to have a look at our final product. And that's just basically, you know, that's how you can like recreate any capture page with the Kartra Page Builder. You know, it's obviously we could have carried on and, you know, put the rest of these sections in, and, you know, all this. I mean, obviously you can put timers in there and you know, everything, but I mean, that's basically it. That's how you can recreate pretty much any capture page that you want, you know, using the Kartra Page Builder. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video.